There's a kid called Jack, he had the world on his back. He was raised by parents that were hooked on the smack. He couldn't wait to get to school up early every day, and when the bell rang, he wished that he could stay. At school he was safe and he didn't feel alone. He had a few pals but he couldn't bring them home. Gaff was always full of cunts of jagging and smoking. Ma would always shout at him, pretend she's only joking. Arm-tied Gaff as she looks to put the coke in. 8 years old, but he was really broken. He'd lie awake at night and listen to them fight, screaming and arguing who took the last pipe. He's a good kid, man, but he didn't feel heard. Anything happened in the house, he's not to say a word. Ma would make the money, standing on the curb in a hotel on the door, do not disturb. As Jack grew older, his actions got colder. Always getting into fights, a real scheme soldier. Started running about with cunts older than him. That's where he met Jay, who took him under his wing. Bought him a trackie and a pair of TNs, and Jack became distant from all of his friends. See, Jay had him grafting up all night in a gaff with a young team bagging up weight. See, Jay's no an actor, but he had the best prop. Burner phone ringing if I'm talking non-stop. Cash in the attic when he's cutting down a crop. Jack became his right hand and made it to the top. Proactive's on the case, the scheme is really hot. Kicking in doors, most of the workers got caught, but they all kept their mouth shut, standing in the dock. Stocking smoking barrels, man, they had it on lock. Then one day, everything changed. Jack went to seize more like he'd arranged. As he got to the gaff, he felt a sudden dread. He walked in the door and they were both lying dead. Needles in the groin and the lips were really blue. He looked around the room and he saw the first clue. CJ had been there earlier and blessed him with a tester, but the shit it wasn't kit, it was made by a professor. Same kind of feeling, the effects were identical, but Jack didn't get involved fucking with the fentanyl. The sadness turned to anger, he was in a pure rage. 21 new, but he's really come of age. Couldn't let it rest, but he couldn't let it lie, so he sent out a text and went to meet Jay. Anger in his heart and a locker in his pocket. He pulled it out and plugged them before any cunt could stop it. Although he never seen them, he didn't want them gone. He loved his mom and dad, although they'd done them wrong. But they all knew the rules when it came to their family. But Jay's about that money and he had it substantially. He was plugged in the arse and plugged in the chest, and maybe later on, man, I'll tell you about the rest. And maybe later on, man, I'll tell you about the rest.